Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cruel and Unusual Storytime. I am your host, Simon Dexter, and today we are starting a brand new fanfiction. For those of you wondering what went wrong with yesterday's Let's Read episode, well, it's my newer show, so I'm still working out the kinks. So, I'll explain it more on the next Let's Read episode. For now, though, we're starting something totally new. This particular story was suggested to me by Jamie Moody. And pretty much the only thing I know about it is a Gravity Falls story. And last time I read Gravity Falls, anything was Dipper Goes to Taco Bell. And I think Jamie Moody knew that. You hate me, don't you? Nah, it's fine. Everyone does. So, let's get into this. Sit back, relax, and let's enjoy Pacifica's Wish. Chapter 1. Pacifica's Wish. Once again, I find myself indebted to a wonderful cartoon by Mooring Mark for my inspiration behind the story. Please check it out on Tumblr and DeviantArt. And now, on with the show. That was a author's note. What do you do on your birthday? Use of italicizing helps, because reading all caps is really annoying. And I just have not seen it in such a long time. I haven't got to complain about it in months. Go to the cinema, ice skating, have a few friends around. Or just have a quiet day with your parents. Me, I got woken up by two servants playing the Northwest Family Anthem on party whistles. Yes, we have them. Sad. No. I don't recall if they actually do. But if they do, that's actually somewhat of a nice touch. Yes, it is I, Pacifica Northwest, heiress to the wealthiest family in Gravity Falls. Party crown champion, four-time winner of many golf tournaments, bleached blonde valley girl stereotype extraordinaire, and now, spotty teenager. I may be forced to do rich guy dialect the entire time. I really hope it goes away. Not that those dreaded blackheads will have a show. My mega expensive skin creams imported from Kuala Lumpur would see to that. Wouldn't want to tarnish the family name by appearing less than Vogue cover perfect in public, now would I? So far this isn't dreadful. I'm waiting, though. I've been fooled by Gravity Falls creepypasta before. I have. But frankly, this is really in character, at the very least. So anyway, here I am, at the start of my journey into the wonders of puberty. Ugh. Told you. I just read one sentence more. I'm waiting. It's coming. In every sense of the word, it is coming. The obnoxious tune blaring into my head, teddy bear by my side. My parents said I should have thrown that old thing away years ago. But why should I? After all, it's the only thing around here that lets me hug it. Damn straight. I take a sip from the glass of mineral water on my bedside table before it was time to get dressed. I wanted to wear something casual today, but my mother wouldn't hear anything of the sort. Oh no, she remarked. We're expecting someone very illustrious guests. Oh, I think I said someone, but it was just some very illustrious guests. You must wear one of your best frocks. Off you go, Marjorie and Bethany and Bethany will help you prepare. I know they're not even British, but I can't help it with this fucking setting. It just, like leading a horse to water, I can't help it. It made no sense. I don't give a shit, though. At least she let me wear my lake foam green dress, rather than the sea foam monstrosity. Be grateful for small mercies and all that. That was actually somewhat funny. I'm waiting, though. I've been fooled before. Watch this actually be just really good. It can't be. I'm concerned. I'm sorry. Moving on. I made her stand there like a mannequin, while the two overworked maids primp my hair, smother me with makeup, clip my nails, shave my legs, and even tighten a corset around my non-developed chest. Geez, ladies, last time I checked, I wasn't exactly obese. Not to mention, she's, like, tiny. How old are they in Gravity Falls again? They're like 13, aren't they? Something like that. I don't remember. Moving along. If it was any consolation, they didn't look too pleased with the task at hand either. This whole ritual takes all morning. There goes the tea break. A shame. So finally, after Miss Cheerful and Miss Smiley have squeezed me into my gown and even plonked a pathetic little party hat on my coiffured bangs, as if that makes me feel any better, it's time to meet and greet the VIPs. With my mother to my left and my father to my right, we descend the stairs to a burst of rehearsed applause from those in attendance. Oh joy, what fun we shall have. I will give the writer this, though. They have very immaculate writing. I still say, like, if I had one complaint so far, is I hate the all caps, and I would really prefer some bolding or italicizing to show inflection of voice, but that is simply my own critique. It's not even really... Whatever. You know what I mean. I'm just saying. My dad had already warned me if I played up, like last time there was a big celebration here full of visiting dignitaries, then he'd get the bell out and embarrass me in front of everyone. Oh, this must be after the party from the show where the ghost lumberjack just wrecks shit. I love that episode, so I'm assuming this was inspired by that. This is our chance to restore our tarnished family name, he explained. Yep, it is. That's interesting. So any funny business from you, young lady, any at all, and you'll be eating... Forget the line. I was trying to quote Harry Potter, but I can't remember what Vernon said. From you, young lady, and you can start looking for a new home. Bit harsh, but anyway. Why did that threat not carry with it the same potency as it used to? As if by playing up he meant saving the life of everyone in the mansion. I don't mind misbehaving again. Yeah, it's from the episode. That's cool, kinda. I'm still waiting. I was given fair warning by Jamie Moody, so this is just lulling me into a fake sense of security. So why didn't I feel very hungry? Probably because of my dad giving me the eye from the corner of the room. One hand placed threateningly in his suit pocket where a small instrument of terror was kept. I forget exactly what the bell does, but I know it does something. I think she's like Pavlov's dog trained, and she has to do something every time she hears the bell. I don't remember. Focus, Pacifica. Focus. Play the part. That's all he wants you to do, and he'll leave you in peace, for now anyway. As for how it tasted, the small silver I was allowed seemed okay. See, I was on a very strict diet set up by my personal trainer, no more than 500 calories a day. Can't have any heifers in the Northwest clan. Well, parents suck, but I guess they do in the show too, so this really isn't that far off. Wouldn't surprise me. Maybe this is even in the show. I don't remember. I haven't watched Gravity Falls in quite some time. When they had that really random season break that was like months on end long. Next up was the opening of the presents. There were small gifts, big gifts. Some of them were too big to be wrapped, even a few that were alive. I hope they mean animals and not strippers. So it would have been unethical to imprison them in a box. Not that mindset has stopped my parents before. Okay, that doesn't say before, but it just seems like it would fit. The presents themselves were the usual priceless vases, golden jewelry, the best homemade cider, golf clubs as used by Tiger Woods. So they're endorsed by a philanderer who isn't even ranked in the World 100. Whoopee. And even another peacock to add to my collection. Seriously, why do we even have those things? All they ever do is leave feathers everywhere, peck at you if you get too close, or provide an obstacle to trip over, and they shriek like motherfuckers. I know, I used to work at a library, and there were like peacocks that lived around the library, and it was... And they were really cool at first, but then they just got really annoying. I wanted to keep pigeons instead, but my mother told me those scruffy rats with wings aren't nearly regal enough. So I guess I'm stuck with the narcissistic, shallow, squawking creatures. Oh, man, the peacocks. That was good. I will say, the writing is very acceptable. Like, I don't mind reading more of this. It's gonna get bad, but at least it'll be written okay. What I wouldn't have given for an Xbox, or even a PS3. But of course, the Northwest don't waste their time on such pointless pursuits. Unfortunately. Finally, the evening arrived, and now it's time for everyone to mingle. I left on my own, at least. My parents are too busy hobnobbing with the rich and famous to bother with me, and here I am stood in the middle of the polished to perfection hall, a servant pouring me a glass of cider. Damn it, I'm sick of that stuff. With a glazed expression on my face, which I've worn virtually since the second I got up this morning. And as you know, I'm kind of a guy who says if they don't swear in the show, they shouldn't swear in the story. I don't know. Maybe it's the writing, but I'm kind of going to let it slide just because it kind of fits the character, almost. I don't know, maybe it just depends. I think I'm more picky when the story is bad. Or when the writing is bad, especially. But since it's not, I kind of don't care. That she said, damn, it kind of works. Not that anyone knows, of course. No, wait. With a glazed expression on my face, which I've worn virtually since the second I got up this morning. Not that anyone noticed, of course. As long as I look great and say all the right things, what else matters? Suddenly my eyes glanced to the right of the ornate clock. It reads 9 p.m. I apologize, that was me. My heart almost leaps out of my chest. It's time to go. You see, dear reader, I haven't been entirely honest with you. The fact is, I do have something to look forward to today. 2 things, actually. The names are Mabel and Dipper. Oh, that's actually really cute. It's good. If it turns into an orgy, I'm going to get really sad. They come from an irrelevant family line known as the Pines. Mabel's a crazy granola girl who loves to knit sweaters, play with her pet pig, and watch awful boy band movies on VHS. Oh, the boy band movies, yes. Dipper is a puny nerd who spends half of his life with his nose stuck in a dumb book, and the other trying to prove how cool he is to his peers. He never succeeds. My parents would never approve of them in a million years. My parents think people like that are just serfs. They used the term serf properly. Holy shit, I haven't seen the word serf since I was in history class. I love it, though. I do. Serfs were put on God's green earth to serve them. My parents can go jump off a cliff. They're the only real friends I've had. I didn't have to bribe them, I didn't have to impress them. I didn't even have to resort to blackmail, like I did that one time with... Never mind. They looked past my snobbish act, they forgave my past transgressions, they understood the situation I was in with my devoted mother and father. Or should I say my puppeteers and prison wardens. They got to know the real me. They got to know the real me. They affectionately call me Paz. I haven't watched in a while. I don't know if they do or not, but hey, it's kind of a cute shorthand, I guess. I like girly things and stickers like Mabel. I like adventures and video games like Dipper. Oh, and I absolutely loathe mini golf. And baycocks. And apple cider. Did I say those last 2 already? Oh, I already got that. Thanks to them, I know how to share, to be kind with others, to be my own person, though not with my parents around. I'm still working on that. Basically, my life would have been a lot duller and much less fun if it weren't for those goofy twins coming to Gravity Falls on vacation this summer. Without them, I'd probably still be walking around with my posse of mean girls criticizing everything without a care in the world. They opened my eyes. What I'm liking about this is it's actually staying really canonical and staying logical so far. I'm waiting. I think there's like 16 chapters of this, so it has all the room in the world to go wrong. Aside from a new attitude shift, I even went on a few adventures with them occasionally. I very nearly had my foot bitten off by a multi-bear, fallen down a bottomless pit, and even chased by horrific gnomes. And that's just in 1 week. But you know what? I simply don't care. I'm having the time of my life. Not in a corny, dirty dancer way, either. Dirty dancing way, either. I don't like that movie. But sadly, all good things must come to an end, and they're going back to Piedmont in a few days. Oh, right. Because I think the show was actually ending. Or ended, I guess, because I think the finale came out a while ago. And they actually left, and the series is just over. That really bums me out, but I can also respect a shorter series rather than one that won't end. SpongeBob. Fairly Odd Parents. Fucking die. Anyway, where was I? And this might be the last time I get to see them before. No, Pacifica. Don't think about it. Just enjoy tonight. Also, if it's the last night, I now have a vague idea of where this could go. Get out of my face, you're bugging me. I hike up my dress and creep towards the window, glancing at my parents on the way. My dad's doing his whole lampshade on his head routine. Hilarious. Not. See, the writing is so good, I'm even ignoring the all caps thing. It still bugs me, but I'm not going to do my scream routine just because it's working. Shit. Still, the assorted sycophants, lackeys, toadies, and yes-men cluster around him and find it funny enough. Perhaps I'm missing something. As for my mom, she's flirting with one of the visiting princes from the Middle East. As soon as she gets a better offer, she'll in all likelihood dump my father and go off with her new beau. Upgrading, she'll call it. Ugh. Sadly, again, possible. So who cares? They can do what they want. My singular focus is sneaking out, undetected. I climb onto the window pane, tie a pre-prepared rope made of blankets, and jump outside, taking special care not to rip the delicate fabric of my outfit. If I did that, they'd want to know how it got torn, and they have certain methods of getting me to spill the beans. There I go again, overthinking everything. This moment is about me and my new friends. I cast all negative thoughts aside and glance around for the light Dipper said he'd shine in the forest. There it is, and there's the doofus himself with an awkward grin on his face, waiting to greet me. I'm entirely sure that's how doofus is spelled, but since it's the word doofus, who really gives a shit? Like most boys his age, he's not the best in social situations. That's something I'm trying to help him with, seeing as how him and his sister have done so much for me already. Speak of the devil, there she is, wearing a sweater with a big heart emblazoned on it, and smiling like a certain cat from a Lewis Carroll novel. She gives me a quick wave before darting over and enveloping me in a most loving of embraces. Get it, braces, hearty ha-ha. That was lame. No. Slap yourself on the wrists for that one. Meh. Happy birthday, Paz, she gusses, and I can't help but laugh with her. After sterility and organized boredom of the day so far, this is a beautiful and genuine moment. Yeah, itchy head. Part and Dipper starts to walk away. Follow me, Pacifica. I'll show you where we've set it up. Nearby was a tent, no doubt full of all manner of creepy crawlies, freezing cold, with horrible creatures roaming around outside. A whole sea of change from this austere surroundings I'd just abandoned. And Jason, don't you dare forget Jason. Actually, I think the Friday and 13th movies are set on the East Coast, not the West Coast. I couldn't be more pleased. Mabel grabbed my hand and pulled me in under the canvas just behind Dipper. It was just as tatty inside as I'd imagined. No decorations, no fountains, no tables, full of unpronounceable food, no fancy waiters, no pretentious guests, no in-house band playing classical music. It was absolutely perfect. Well, there was one thing. A single cupcake with one candle lit stood in the center of the tent. Dipper ushered me and Mabel to sit down, as we all stared at the flickering light. I'm also really liking the first person. I think that's probably why I'm getting into it so much. Just because it's first person and it's working in its favor rather than being annoying. I was mesmerized by it. I couldn't help but think that the flame was like my time with the twins this summer. Something so small, so full of life and wonder, but soon to be snuffed out. I wouldn't even have the chance to celebrate their own birthday with them, as they were heading back to California the day before. Well, day after, actually, because day before means they've already gone. Life sucks sometimes. Tell me about it, Pacifica. I've discovered what it is to have true friends for the first time in my life. People who care about you, regardless of how hefty your bank balance is. People who will be there for you if you're related to the town founder or not. And I'm not, but that's another story, because she's not. And people who let you be yourself, who have no expectations about how you behave or how you dress. They simply want you to be happy. Let that be a lesson to all of you. If you find friends, make sure they're in it to make you happy, and you're in it to make them happy. Everyone's happy, goddammit. And now I'm expected to give it all up and revert back to who I was to please my parents. Can I do that? Do I want to do that? Well, realistically, Pacifica, I'm sure there are other kids in town. Or at least other kids who aren't this bad somewhere, some way. Pacifica. Suddenly I saw a couple of fingers clicking in front of my line of vision. I looked up and it was Dipper, looking concerned. Are you alright? I thought we lost you there for a minute. You seem to be in another galaxy. I blushed and apologized. Sorry, it's been a long day. Had a lot on my mind recently as well. Mabel's eyes started sparkling for some reason, and she pulled a face which was somewhere between a smile and a grimace. Dipper, tell her some of the stuff you've had on your mind lately, like your crush. Ow! Dipper elbowed his sister in the shoulder with a flustered expression on his face, while I felt just as confused. She doesn't need to know about that. Ignore Mabel. I think she's been at the smile dip. Tell you what, Pacifica, you make a wish, then I'll cut the cake. That's not a good idea. Yuck. Mabel had recovered from her nudge and was seeking her revenge by licking Dipper's earlobe. Weird revenge, but hey, whatever. I was just wet willing him if we were gonna involve spit. She went by pushing her off him and pinning her to the ground, and there pushed her to the ground, and there then followed a spirit yet harmless skirmish between two loving siblings. Ugh, I don't know why that sentence was so difficult for me. Not their fault, my fault. My brain's not working right now. Dipper was trying to sit on her while Mabel was attempting to use her tongue as a lethal weapon. Eventually it looked like the tent was in danger of collapsing due to all the fidgeting. I decided to put a stop to the arresting spectacle. All right, you two, settle down. I'm about to make my wish. What? Mabel immediately scooted off her brother and sat adjacent to me. Dipper, looking somewhat dazed, followed suit. No prizes for winning who had the upper hand in that little confrontation. Oh, no prizes for guessing who had the upper hand in that little confrontation. Oh, I guess it was obvious. On, Paz. Then tell us what you wished for. Not ruin the wish, Mabel. He was so excited she looked ready to burst. Dipper rolled his eyes. Mabel. If she did that, it wouldn't come true. Aw, not fair, said Mabel, looking crestfallen. I've got an idea. If you write it down and show us later, do you think that'll count? Shh, I'm trying to think. Yes, see, this is where the italicization would really work, because it looks like she's just shouting at the twins, when we know she's not. She's just speaking in a more inflected manner. All I wanted was a little peace and quiet. It was going to take some deliberation. What exactly did I want? I was the richest girl around. I could afford to have the Statue of Liberty picked up and transported over here, lock, stock, and barrel. What was possibly missing from my life that I couldn't? And it hit me. The one thing money couldn't buy. The greatest gift of all, something the twins had unknowingly bestowed upon me. I smiled and blew out the candle. Mabel appeared ready to shriek with excitement. Dipper grinned in his gawky way. I glanced at both of them, and for the first time that day, there was a feeling of hope. Because of my wish came true. Perhaps it wouldn't be such a long goodbye after all. I'm actually going to cut it here just because I don't like anything but the Let's Reads being too long. Just because they need the room to be. So, we'll resume this story next week, and we'll find out what the wish was. I'm pretty sure it's that Mabel and Dipper don't have to leave so she can still have friends. And I'm still waiting for it to go bad. But frankly, it's not too bad so far. They're doing a good job, at the very least, of capturing the characters, but so did Dipper Goes to Taco Bell before everything went to shit. But I have confidence that maybe it'll stay somewhat more innocent. I mean, the website rated it teen, so it can't get too bad. Not Dipper Goes to Taco Bell bad, anyway. But anyway, hope you're all as excited as I am to start something new, and I will catch you all next time. You all have a wonderful day.